This brief tutorial is intended for metadata creators who enter new terms in TemaTres. The first step is to log into your account by using the credentials assigned to you. Oops, sorry. Once you're logged in, you'll get to this screen. In this case, I have chosen Leo Tolstoy, the Russian author, as an example for entering a new term. This term is not in the database yet, but we always need to check if a term has been previously entered by somebody else. So to check that, you need to perform basic search by the last name of the person. So we just type Tolstoy and either press enter or click on the search button. We see that there are no results in the database associated with our search term. Our next step will be to add a new term, and we can do that by selecting the Add Term option from the menu. We'll get to this screen. The first thing is to make sure that this check mark is always on. It is supposed to be always on, and it is very important not to check it off. The next step will be to get to the authority file and copy paste the name of the person you are entering. Since our term is coming from Library of Congress, we need to add the @LOC, so the metadata manager knows that this name is coming from Library of Congress. When we hit the submit button, we have already created a candidate term. A candidate term means that this term is pending approval. Your next step will be to go to the options menu, and here from notes editor you can add notes for your research. In this case, we have to add the URI of the name. Just copy paste it in the resource node. Sometimes you can have different resource nodes from different resources. You can read more about that in the metadata creators guide. Click the submit button, and you've just created one node. You can click on the nodes to check what you've created. If you want to add some more resources, for instance, you can always go to the edit node option and add other resources if necessary. I want to also point out that you can add multiple nodes. Again, go back to the nodes editor, and from here, from this drop down, you can select different options. It's very important to add alternative names, especially for the terms that are not in the Library of Congress. So this is something that you need to remember. It's important to add the relationship node if you know the relationships of that person with other people. The biography node, you can add a brief sentence or two about that person, if he's a writer or if he's an actor, stuff like that. Let's say we'll create one bio node here, that he is a Russian writer, and then submit. And now we have two nodes, and we can see both under the nodes tab. You can check if your term has been approved by going to the menu and then show and candidate terms, this last option here. If your term is still pending approval, it will show in the candidate terms. Here we have 3 different terms pending approval. So that means that you still need to wait the metadata creator to approve your term before you continue creating the metadata in project client. Once you're done working with the TemaTres, don't forget to log out by going to the menu and selecting the logout option. Thanks for watching.